So I'm just gonna quickly go over. We are starting the campaign in the world of Exandria instead of just a full homebrew because it's just easier on me. I don't have to worry about gods and things like that. Yeah, shut up, Noah.
My suggestion, by the way, for
Yeah.
anybody who's not picking up on that.
So it's just gonna be the content of Thalos that I made on the planet of Exandria with the world surrounding Exandria and stuff like that. So gods and things like that will be from Exandria. You can find a lot of that information in Explorer's Guide to Wildmount if you don't know any of it, or if you care to look it up. But it won't be at least pertinent to early campaign because it's the other continents and things like that, which you could technically visit if y'all wanted, but it's kind of, up to you guys. You could just fuck my story. Let's go to to wherever else, but
Go to Taldore.
yeah.
Yeah, most of this information that Michael's referencing is available on the
Yeah.
Critical Role wiki, and they do have some small amounts of lore on the
Yeah.
Sounded like a
YouTube channel.
goddamn advert there for a second. All of the information provided here is you can find easily
Shut
on
up!
criticalrolewiki.com.
Shut up!
But that just makes it easier for me in terms of I don't have to figure out fucking gods and the world created things and reasons for things existing. That already all exists. So next week, Sunday, the
21st.
21st, session 1 at 5 o'clock. As long as you're ready by then, I don't think there's anything else. Any questions or anything before then, obviously, let me know, but I don't think there's anything that's really important. Learn basic
You
mechanics
should
and
go.
stuff.
Yeah, you should go over for anybody who hasn't or who isn't here what all we need to have. Character sheets, what level we need to be at.
Well, most of that should
All of
already
that.
be done, I believe, from anyone, but
I don't think Eyebrow has even started
yeah, he
yet,
is.
so I would.
Noah's been
Has he?
helping.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Last
Cool.
resort, I can generate his because I built his character on
Yeah.
Aura. So if at very least I can generate a PDF for him.
Basic stuff,
Does
dice, obviously, you need to set up dice,
yeah,
but you can do
dice
that online too.
background information doesn't have to be complete, does it?
No, because basically you can think of it, nobody else in your party, unless you want them to, would know who the fuck you are. You just happen to run into each other. You don't have to tell them everything about you at first. You choose what to tell them, or what not to tell them, and things like that. You don't have to have everything completely figured out. I mean, hell,
That's what I thought.
I as a DM don't have everything completely figured out because my plans can completely fucking change if you guys just decide, fuck this,
Here,
we're
let's
going
go.
to do this instead.
Yeah, let's go blow up a volcano.
Exactly.
Yep.
Do not do that. Looking at you, Duncan.
I would say don't do that, but I mean, it would be a fun fight
Thank ya.
for me, although you guys would be dead in like 2 rounds.
I swear, if you
probably.
TPK us because somebody decides to throw a stick of dynamite into a volcano, I'm going to kill you.
Not my fault. Prevent them from throwing a stick of dynamite into the volcano. All I have to say. That would be a fun fight, but that's for later if you guys make it that far, obviously. I think that's about it. I just wanted to kind of cover everything and see if anybody had any questions or anything. So unless anybody has, obviously only 2 here right now. So, but guys that aren't here, let me know. Send me a message if you have any questions, anything to clarify or anything like that before session 1.
Okay. Okay. So you and I are the only ones here with actual experience with this game, right?
Yep. What we
All right. Maybe we should briefly go over what everyone's classes are. I realize that's probably a lore thing to be revealed in session, but I feel like for the sake of this being everybody's rookie campaign, maybe it'd be a good idea.
I'll handle that like individually with people if they, have questions about their class and like need help playing it, then we can work that out before session 1. So,
Okay.
like I'll be available
Fair
this
enough.
week, so if anyone does have questions on how to play their class, for the most part, it's relatively simple. I mean, I think the only one that is a little bit more complicated will be Eyebrows and Riley's, not counting you, but they're the spellcasters. But other than that, I think it should be relatively simple.
Spellcasters League.
They are.
Yes. For anybody unaware, I'm not playing anything on the books. This is something I plucked off of Reddit.
Because he had to be a
So
pain in the
this will be
ass.
very interesting to see how this goes.
I kind of hope you just get killed, to be honest. That'd be funny.
Shut
because
the hell up!
Noah
No,
chose violence for this campaign.
Come
That's
on.
why.
I did not choose violence for this campaign.
It would literally be a blood hunter situation, though. Matt Mercer goes through the effort to make a class for him, and 20 episodes.
Do
in,
not turn my
killed.
character against me if I die.
That would be
Oof.
Do not mollymock me.
fun.
Oof.
Do not.
That would be fun. Don't die.
Yeah, don't
Don't
die,
die.
and he won't have any reason to
No,
fuck your shit up.
really. You're gonna tell me to not die?
Don't die.
Kiss my ass.
I don't know. I'll figure it out. You know, I will say, like, in terms of story, I have a loose idea of where I want to push you guys, but I'm also not completely confident on that, because it may be you guys decide to go a different path, so I change up the story a bit. I change up, you know, what's happening and stuff like that, because we want to have fun, whatever. If my story doesn't go how I want it to, oh well, whatever. We'll make that a side story, and I'll come up with something else to take main hold. It just kind of depends on where you guys end up going, what you end up doing, things like that. So don't like stress too much of, oh well, if we don't go do this, then you know things aren't gonna work out. I want this to go on for a little while, so I'll figure it out in order to make it keep going and not have to worry about, okay, this is main story stuff, this is side story stuff. You know, you see something interesting you guys want to pursue it. If you don't want to pursue something, don't pursue it. You know, it's just kind of up to you guys as a party. So we'll see how that plays out whenever you guys are all introduced and in character and like that, and how you guys decide to be a party, because be interesting. So a lot of things can change in a couple episodes. So
Yeah, this is gonna be a really interesting party. Let's put it that way.
yes, it is. Yeah. I was half tempted to make one of you guys a what's the I was half tempted to turn one of you guys into the big bad guy, but I don't think I'll end up doing that. Not for this campaign, at least. Maybe next time. Well, okay, let's just put it this way. Duncan's kind of backstory worked really well into the story that I was kind of writing, so I was like, ooh, that would be fun. But we'll see, you know. Duncan decides he wants to be evil, then can be evil. That goes for any of you guys too. If you guys decided as a party, hey, we want to do crime, I'm not gonna stop you from doing crime, but you know, that's up to you guys as a party thing.
With having to gain reference or gain preference with both the law and the local crime circles, you are sort of forced into that scenario anyway.
Yeah.
Sounds like Kayla, just be over here, let's ride.
Yeah. I'm excited for session 1. A little nervous because first time DMing, so go easy on me, obviously, and I'll go easy on you. Otherwise,
Yeah,
I'll
just
be a
keep in mind he can kill us in the first 3 episodes if we're not nice to him. So
you can kill
be
us at any
nice.
point in time. What do you mean?
I mean, yeah, but
Um,
like it's easier earlier on.
One thing
He
I
could
also
quite literally say, all right, screw you guys. Here's a meteor from outer space that obliterates the entire city. Campaign's over.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, one thing that I will like to say, be warned, there will be combat episode 1, so familiarize yourself with your character and learn how combat works. Again, you can work with me on that. We can do like a faux combat situation or something like that if you want. We could get some people together and try that out. Either before
Yeah, that's
session 1.
probably a good idea to do just like a little scenario or something, so that way we can all understand the mechanics ahead of time.
Yeah.
So definitely let us know when you want to do that. I would say like maybe
Yeah,
Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday of this week. We're open
I
pretty
can
much every day.
do it individually whenever. We can do one-on-one combat with somebody and a random character, like a group of goblins or something. And then before session 1,
You're gonna
I
use
will-
goblins as the
Yeah.
level 3 encounter.
Well, no, that's not what's gonna be the actual encounter on session 1, but
Okay, I was gonna say because you can just Fury of the Small and double your damage against us, and against a
Goblins are
couple
great.
of us, that could be a one shot depending if it's a crit or not.
Goblins are great. But anyway,
Do not please
I will
use.
also be probably available a couple hours before session 1 too, if people want to do that then. So that's just kind of, if you want to try out your character, you want to test combat, let me know. I will get with you and we'll do like a little faux combat thing before the campaign starts, and you can familiarize yourself with what you can do and things like that. Or you can just say, fuck it, we're jumping into it, as long as you know the basic mechanics and how things work, and we'll be fine. But
Yep.
I'm sure at least Riley will like that though, because you've never really played.
Yep.
So
Pretty much.
I think that's basically all I really had to go over quickly. I was expecting people to ask questions and stuff, but there's only the two of us. Unless you have anything, Riley.
Not that I can think of.
Keep track
don't-
of your class features, spell slots,
Yep.
because some things terminate once per short rest, which is a small rest that occurs throughout the day. Some things are every long rest, which is an 8-hour sleep, depending on what race you are.
Yep.
Um,
You have to
Yes.
familiarize. I would probably familiarize yourself with your character sheet, just because then you know where everything is. You don't have to go hunting for it and things
Yeah.
like that when we're
and
actually playing.
I have printable sheets, so if anybody needs a printable version of their character sheet so that they can have
Which
everything right in front of them,
I
just
know.
at me right in here, and I'll drop them. I'll drop them to you.
I'm pretty sure Kayla and Eyebrow and Riley all made their characters in Aurora too, so they just
Yes,
have the
I did.
pre-made
But
sheet.
the nice thing is that Noah's character sheet is a little bit different than the Aurora generated one, and I actually prefer it significantly.
That's true.
So, you guys should definitely take a look at the ones that he has and see if you're interested in using those, because I found them way more intuitive than the one that Aurora prints you.
So for anybody who's wondering what we're talking about, the Aurora one, like the basic character sheet from Wizards of the Coast, who's the producer of the game, have a list of proficiencies next to your ability scores. And all of those proficiencies are listed in alphabetical order. But the way the ones that I have are actually sorted by their relevant ability score. So stats like wisdom have all of their relevated relative what?
Survival checks.
Yeah, so like survival,
Alright, I would have to look at the
insight,
sheet. Yeah, insight is.
perception is intelligence, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So like all of those stats are like clustered under their specific stat, so they're easier to find. It takes a little getting used to if you're already kind of used to seeing the alphabetized list of proficiencies, but for starting out,
it
it might be
definitely
easier
could
for you
easier.
because you're like, oh yeah, that's an intel save, or that's an
Yeah,
intel check,
and with that,
or that's a wisdom save, or a charisma check.
you
something
can
like that.
literally generate the sheet on Aurora and then use that to fill out the new sheet.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works great. So, you know, take a look at that.
And you will
see
run out
what
of room in a couple columns. That's fine. There's other columns on the next couple pages for
Yeah.
stuff like that. For your own sake and sanity, do not try to write out the full descriptors of your abilities in your feats columns. It will take forever, for one, and you will not have enough space. I promise you that. So write the name of your feature, and then use Aurora or the player's handbook or whatever you've drawn your class from to then go through page through and then find the specifics for that. Unless you have room for like a couple shorthanded notes, in which case I would try to keep it to a line or less. But don't try to write out the full thing; it won't work. Promise.
I think that's about it then. We'll just, I suppose.